how German greet people, like they walk on the street like this, and that's exactly. Yeah.
Turkish have kebabs every day. I wish.
Hello.
We all have stereotypes of each other.
Yeah.
We're all too familiarized.
German, that has like a cold appearance, but at the same time, like, or at least there was this meme on the internet some time ago of how German greet people, like they walk on the street like this, and that's until you meet them, and then they say, oh, hello. and then you get, yeah. But I can kind of relate because I come from the north of Italy, and you know we tend to be like more like minding our own business and more coldish than the southern Italians.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like more similar to the Nordic European countries, you know. So I can understand this like perception.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but for Italy, I always have to think of this the hand gesture.
Yes. There was a whole conversation about this in another video. It's complicated.
Really? That's so hard for me because I always get like so many different questions. Like they'll be like, is everyone fat where you're from? Or they'll be like, is everyone stupid? Like it's very like, I think they mean it mostly as a joke.
Okay, one stereotype, not between Europeans, like if Asian people, if I talk with Asian people, they all think that Greece is like Santorini. So I say like Greece and they're like, oh, you have white houses with like blue like rooftops, and I'm like, no, really. Yeah, that's like the main question.
I think is football, like, oh, Barcelona, La Liga, Real Madrid, like that, and they start to say to me all
the names,
yes. And I don't know so much about football, so it's like, okay.
I usually get like, oh, I like German beer. So, and I'm not too mad about this. But also the strict appearance sometimes with the like straight face, I guess.
In Italy, about Italy, I'm always asked, like, what about mafia and pizza and soccer? Soccer again. At the moment I say I'm Italian, they start mentioning all the soccer players, and like I have no idea. So I say, sure.
For Turkey, I get a lot of stupid questions as well, like camels. I've never seen a camel in my life. And like, do you eat kebab every day? I don't.
Who thinks they are hairy?
I think they're hairy too.
So, wait, Greece people think that Spanish people is hairy?
No, Spanish people think Greek people are hairy.
Oh, really?
So, I think they're right. All Greek men are very, very hairy. Like sometimes they even have hair on the hand. Most Greek women do not shave the hair like on.
Well, we are very hairy too, so that's why I'm surprised. But maybe it's just a habit to wax it or not wax it.
I think in America too, we have like a similar like stereotype. I wouldn't necessarily see that people see it as negative though, but I think like when you imagine like a Greek man, they're either in America, they're either like very burly, like hairy, muscular, dark curls, you know, type of man, or like the men from like Mamma Mia, you know, that sort of style too. But I wouldn't say they see it as negative though. Like it's not a negative stereotype.
Yeah, I don't think it's a negative for everyone. Like
it just
people
is what
like
it is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then there is one like in Czechia. We think that Greeks are very proud to be from Greece, and they're talking about their country and its history all the time. Okay, I'm not guilty of that. Actually, there's like a big percentage of Greek people that do this a lot. They are like enormously proud of Greece, like in an unhealthy amount. So,
but I think it's fair. Yeah.
No, it's not like, oh, I'm proud I'm Greek. But that's a good thing. Like, oh, like if it's mentioned, like you can say something good about Greek history. But there is like a specific type of Greek people like that, but in a way that it's almost like they feel that they're like our culture is better than everyone's. So it becomes like a superiority thing.
I think that that's not like specific to Greece though. I think every one of us has people that we know that are just like way too like
maybe
way too patriotic.
Yeah.
Or maybe like
and everything.
they can feel that the rest of the people own something like I don't know the English word. It's like we have to do like that.
Like respect.
Respect because
Yeah.
everything we have is started with Greece, so it's like
And I mean, some Greeks say that, like, you are where you are because of us.
yeah,
Some Greeks would
you
say
are
that.
not going
so-
to be anything. It's enough for me. That's maybe the feeling.
Yeah.
But I understand it's kind of true.
Not necessarily. Maybe like the patriarchy stuff, like it was said before, every country kind of tendentially is a little bit patriotic. I guess because Greece has a strong, like a long history, so maybe that's why. Yeah, not necessarily. And the hairy part, I heard a lot about my country too. I think it's like, for example, like in Asia, people tendentially like East Asia, they're not much hairy, you know. So we as foreigners are very hairy compared to them. So that's why I heard about my because of siesta.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess maybe that's.
You agree?
I mean, I have the feeling of my own country that the people that works a lot, and there is many lazy people too. Maybe for the mindset, control of the times, I don't know. Yeah, but after also there is people that work super hard.
Yeah, sure.
So and we do also to the sun hours. We have sun until 9 or 8. Imagine if you have from 5 to 8 sun, you can do a lot of things. So maybe other countries, they are more focused in try to spend these light hours like in the 100%, but for us it's like, don't worry, there is 8 more, you know. So if we don't meet each other at 4, we can easily meet at 6. It's still been days.
Some will still be.
But I mean, especially in the south, I'm talking about, because there is different parts.
Yeah, but that's a cool explanation actually.
Yeah.
I never heard that one before, if I'm honest. I think fight a lot.
I would say more like passionate.
I was gonna say that maybe.
But there is many people also in other countries that is very passionate.
So as a matter of consequence, if you're passionate, you might be getting angry easily. But at the same time, you love easily. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Okay, maybe that.
That's why passion can be in both ways, bad or good.
I think Germans are unfriendly and angry.
Hello.
I mean, okay, yeah, I guess the language can sound quite direct and harsh if you hear it. And it's true that sometimes Germans have like a harsh appearance too, with like a very straight face and are very strict. But I don't know, I wouldn't say that necessarily. Like, we're quite friendly people.
Yeah.
I think that in America we have a very like similar stereotype, I would say.
Yeah.
Like that Germans are kind of like more standoffish until like you get drunk with them.
Yeah.
But
drinking is also very important. Like, you have to look into each other's eyes and stuff like
And
that.
I think that's also because of like the culture that like we come from as like Americans have as well. Is like when we're in America, you kind of everyone's like hi, hello, like very like you always smile at everyone even if you don't know them, or like if you're driving on the street you can like wave to someone.
Yeah.
And like that culture doesn't exist in Germany, but to us like the lack of that means unfriendly. Even though to you guys it might seem like too friendly or like over the top. But to us, the lack of it.
I heard something about this thing, like the fact that when you meet a stranger, it's like a common thing for some countries to just smile. And I heard about this thing that those countries who's normal to do so, it's because maybe those countries are tendentially a little bit more like dangerous countries. And so as a mechanism of like trying to show you, hey, I'm not harmful, I just smile at you, you know, some sort of like mentally, it's something that you do without thinking about it. It's more like, hey, I'm friendly, so I smile at you, even if I don't know you. It's a way to greet you and a way to tell you I'm not going to harm you.
That might be part of it at least. But I would say like in America it's a lot of like
this thing.
community as well. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like doing that creates like more of a sense of community, I guess, and that's kind of like so like that's why we have those stereotypes because it's so different.
But I think also if you would go shopping in like an American store and they immediately greet with like, "Hey, how are you?" and the German person would be like, "Why do you care? You don't know me."
Exactly, yeah.
I guess so. I mean, not for me speaking, but I think because a lot of cars are like made in Germany, so I think that's just part of the culture somehow.
Industrial.
I've never heard of this stereotype before, but I would say that just people love German cars. That would be a good stereotype.
People come to me all the time, "Oh, you're from Germany, BMW!" But
I feel that it's a fight between like Italian is the design and German
the
is the engine.
Italians eat pasta and pizza every day. I heard this many times, of course. And we have many dishes made out of like bread or pasta, but we also have a lot of like types of meat. We eat a lot of types of meat and fish and potatoes and vegetables because we have the Mediterranean diet. So anything that can be cultivated or raised in the Mediterranean era with the Mediterranean weather is going to has contributed to create our diet, which is very various, and it's not only about pizza and pasta, actually. But we do eat bread pretty much with every meal, I would say. It's more like bread is like the equivalent of rice for Asians. Even when we eat like a pasta dish, then if there's leftover sauce, you will pick the bread to clean the dish. So there is always the bread.
Bread is like the...
Yes.
That's a pleasure of life.
We call this scarpetta, which means little shoes. Because you have to imagine like the bread becomes like a little shoe because you fill it up with the sauce. And the sauce is the foot. And the next one is Italians are obsessed with fashion. More than it's not like we are obsessed, it's just basic norm for us. Like, we would never leave the house in slippers, for example. You wear the slippers only inside of the house, or like a specific type of slipper, the one that goes like in the middle between here. You wear that in the the one that goes in the middle. I don't know how you call that. You wear that to the beach. But never to go to the city or outside, or like it would be shameful. I remember I used to have nightmares as a child that I would forget to wear the shoes and I would leave the house with the slippers, and I would realize once in the bus or outside and everybody would look at me and laugh, and then I would wake up and I was like, no!
Your nightmare is just the American.
That's an Italian nightmare. So yeah.
You care about your image.
Italian.
Yeah, but like with style, because that's
beautiful.
basic.
But I think it's a good thing. It's not an obsession, actually. It's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's just very normal for us.
Okay, I think all Turkish have kebabs every day. I wish. So the thing is, like, you call kebab is like different in Turkey. What you call kebab is döner in Turkish. So what we call kebab is all the meals, not all, but some of the meals that we make with beef or lamb. So there are different kind of kebabs. There are lots kind of kebabs, like a lot. So, and like we cannot eat it every day because we cannot make it at home usually, so we have to go outside and eat it at a kebab like a
because
restaurant.
that's complicated.
That's the way to have it at home.
It's a masterpiece of meat. It's
That's
incredible.
According to cities, like, so they have their own kebab styles, and Turks riding camels, like, sounds fun. I wish I could try. Like,
I want to take my camel to work.
I wish I could try.
What is the parking?
I've never seen a desert. If you don't have it, like, it's not desert.
That's so awesome. To learn that. The shocking one was I was surprised that people were commenting about how hairy that Greeks are. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but apparently it's enough to comment. And I honestly don't know a lot about Turkish culture or about lifestyle there. So I was very interested in what you had to say because I really don't know a lot. So it was nice to hear that like kebab isn't just like one thing. It's like a more of like an umbrella term. Like I didn't even know that.
Well, I was expecting the lazy one, but not the angry one, if I'm honest.
Not the angry one.
Yeah.
In general, like people usually think Turks and Greeks have bad impression of each other. I feel like because of the politics probably, but like I never experienced so, and I never like come across a Turkish person who just like has negative opinions about Greeks as well. Or Greece. Like I've been to Greece, I liked that. People were cute, nice.
So today we talked about the stereotypes of 5 different countries.
So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
We will see you soon.
Bye.